Following the fallout from Lithgow goes a little like this. We started out with Ledbrook's car clunking on full lock.
Hey, you're going to see me up here.
Trying to hear the clunk in Ledbrook's front end. Turns out it was just something in his transfer case that was binding up and the dealership had done incorrectly, so they fixed it for free. The second issue that Ledbrook had was his headlight, so one of them filled up with water in that big puddle and he had to replace part of that. Cost him about $200. The next challenge was my recovery.
Something sheared. I think it might have been a CV, but I can't see it. It's probably internal. Louis. Oh no.
And at first we were going to pull myself up the hill, and the boys did a good job of that. The point that I got stuck on was a tree root on the driver's side front, and as we were winching it was just pulling me down into that root, so compressing my suspension.
Can you drive at all? Just a little bit?
Initially I had the car in neutral and then put it into drive after a little while, trying to drive, and it started to make some big crunch sounds. And Ledbrook thought that those sounds were my bar moving, which is understandable because I'd only just installed it myself recently.
Oh, hang on, that's the bar, I think. I think we're going to go backwards.
So we're lowering me down. There's something not right.
We gradually lowered my car down the hill, and on the very bottom part of the hill my winch rope came off. It spooled out too far and off it came.
Oh, that's all right.
Winch rope come off.
Yep.
So what's ended up happening is whatever blew out has just ground itself out and it's just free spinning now, minimal noise, no noise. I can lay under the car and spin the shaft now, and we're halfway home. We're at the Abercrombie River, so I'm just sitting on 80k. Ledbrook's sitting behind.
The following weekend the boys came around to crack it open with me and see what went wrong.
See what?
Oh, chunk! Metal chunk!
Is it?
Oh. Are they rocks? Or is that my shaft?
That's your shaft.
OMGs.
OMGeezy. What is that part? Found something that's not quite right.
Yep, that's not right.
I don't think that's meant to do that.
No.
Jamie found what's going on. Got that out. Where's the snap part?
Yeah, that's the good side.
Oh.
That's the bad side.
That's
I just
the bad
don't know
side.
whether we're going to get it out.
Yeah. It's out. Voila!
Show us.
Broken shaft.
So the next mission was to get the CV assembly out. The easiest way we found was to undo the 8 bolts that hold the upper and lower control arm to the steering knuckle. Once we got the shaft out, we realised that the hub was pretty much stuffed. We weren't going to be able to get the centre out, and we didn't have the parts to be able to finish the job.
We're going to put it back together and give it to someone else to fix.
So you can see the end of the broken shaft here in the middle. Now, that part was removable, but it was the flat plate around the outside of it. It's supposed to have 2 screws that you take out. They'd completely disappeared from the metal, just jumbling around in there while I was driving home. And that plate is supposed to unscrew from this thread here. That thread was non-existent and the plate had actually fused to the thread. So we put it all back together and I took it to ACT Off-Road, who threw out my hub, got me a second-hand one, quite cheap, and put it all back together with the new CV shaft.